Hello, welcome to another episode of Looking Good with Nate. I almost said Disney 23 or whatever the frickin' not festival, not performance, extravaganza. I don't know, whatever the promotional event that is There we go, D23. That's what I almost said because that is what this trailer is going to be focusing on, or rather this trailer reaction is going to be focusing on. Not necessarily. I'm kind of talking myself in circles here. Regardless, this is Looking Good with Nate at D23. The Mandalorian trailer, their first trailer officially dropped. The one that I believe they showed at Comic-Con a couple of months ago. I don't know if it was at Comic-Con. I know that they showed this trailer to I think it was Comic-Con, a select audience, but then they didn't officially drop the trailer because they're obviously waiting to do it at their own event, which is D23, which was this past weekend. I think it might still be on today, Sunday, but it was definitely on Friday and Saturday, maybe Thursday. I don't know. There was a lot of Marvel stuff announced. Freaking Lizzie McGuire TV show on the Disney Plus series. But speaking of Disney Plus, this TV show, The Mandalorian, is going to be on it, streaming on November 12th when the platform launches. I've heard a lot of, from what I've been reading and from what I've been, listening to reviews of, a lot of people are super hyped about this. I'm not going into this trailer reaction as hyped as they are. I'm not when they announced a bounty hunter movie a couple of years ago, not the Boba Fett one, but even that one, I'm not super pumped about that. What I love about Star Wars is the Force and lightsabers and telekinesis, and the philosophy. That's what I love about Star Wars. The extended world of which all of that resides in, I'm not the most interested in, but hopefully, I don't know what I guess what I'm looking for out of this series is, I can see from the the first clip, the stormtroopers masks and whatnot. That's cool. I don't know. I don't even know what I want from this series, really, to be honest. Because what I want is some Jedis. That's what I want. I know. Oh well, okay. Some little background. This TV show takes place in between the events of the Return of the Jedi, old school Star Wars, the original trilogy, episode 6, right? Yeah, episode 6. It takes place between episode 6 and episode 7, but more. It's closer to episode 6 than it is 7. This might be 5-10 years maybe after the events of Return of the Jedi, which of course the episode 7 with Daisy Ridley, Rey, John Boyega, Finn, Oscar Isaac as Poe, older Luke, older Leia. Those are 30, maybe 40 years. I think around 30 years in the future. So this is 20 years before that stuff. Really, this is honestly the time period that I would have preferred the sequel trilogy, the one with the Rey and Finn and Poe, that it would have taken place in. Because Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie, and I was always, when they announced that they were going to be making more Star Wars movies, I was like, oh sweet, so it'll be picking up after the events of Return of the Jedi with Han Solo, Luke, and Leia, and of course new characters, but that Trinity taking forefront. And showing us what they've shown clips of, Luke starting his own Jedi Academy, Leia, the emergence of the First Order after the Empire was overthrown. I wanted to see exactly what happened next, not jump to the future and then you got all this stuff that happened that we're not gonna focus on, which honestly has been a complaint of mine for a lot of Star Wars. But they've done better, because growing up, one of my biggest complaints was I love the Phantom Menace, not a super huge fan of Attack of the Clones, but it's and then you get to Revenge of the Sith where the Clone Wars are happening and you only get one movie with the Clone Wars, and I was like, well, why couldn't have this whole trilogy have focused on the Clone Wars? That seems like the most interesting part of this time period. But of course I did watch. It took me a minute, but I did watch all of the the Clone Wars animated series. I was apprehensive about it at first just because that animation style, that 3D animation, isn't my favorite. Like even the Pixar stuff, like that 3D animation, it's not my favorite. I'm much more of a fan of 2D animation, probably just because when I grew up. But regardless, that's enough of me talking about my animated preferences. Let's get to this Mandalorian trailer, shall we? Oh, Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian, by the way, of Narcos and Kingsman. Wow, that looks good. Jon Favreau is producing and showrunner. Oh! They got Carl Weathers. That looks good. That looks cool. Hey! Well, this cast looks amazing, certainly. Special effects look great.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Was that Pedro Pascal? Ooh. Okay, bringing back the carbonite.
Don't you agree?
No, okay, it wasn't. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, this looks like an amazing. It's piqued my interest. The cast is amazing. The special effects look cool. The music seems okay. I mean, not. I mean, it's obviously we're talking like in comparison to other cinema and TV shows that are out now. I'm not talking about like this music is like okay, as in like it's like okay, as in all of the music in the history of music. But I mean, cause like there's a huge chasm there. Like the early 1900s, the atonal, like that crap is bad in my opinion. Even some stuff in the 60s when they started getting computers and whatnot and started running algorithms to create music. That's bad. So like I'm not saying this is okay in that huge spectrum, but just in film and TV shows in general. It's not John Williams, I guess, which is amazing. To put the comparison, I guess that's more the accurate comparison that I should be bringing up. It's not John Williams, at least not yet. It's very atmospheric. I'm talking about the music. Seems very. It was cool. It didn't take me out of the show, but it didn't blow me away either. Interesting that Pedro Pascal did not speak in this trailer. Honestly, from just what I've seen from this trailer and what I've heard about his story, not that I've heard a lot even, but just from the he's a bounty hunter, out collecting bounties. So honestly, and it looks very Western-esque, like American Western. So I mean, I would be honestly cool with him not really speaking a whole lot, which sucks because I love Pedro Pascal and I love his. It's not. And I guess if they don't have him talk, then why did they get Pedro Pascal to do this? I mean, because he's such an amazing actor, and I mean, sure, there's body language, but he's under a mask, so you can't even do face acting. Of course, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not one of those. I've heard people say that they really don't want to see him come out of the mask, or take the helmet off. But I mean, I don't care. Like, it's not like that doesn't matter to me. That, I mean, I would be okay with that, but that's not like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, he took off the mask, why would they do that? That's like, it's okay. He's a bounty hunter. It's not like I mean, they had Kylo Ren take off his mask, and if Kylo Ren can take off his mask, Pedro Pascal can take off his mask, because like it's not like back in the day with like Darth Vader and stuff, like there was that era of mystery, like what's under the mask. And then they don't take it off until the very end, and then it's this huge reveal. But I don't think that's necessarily necessary. But it will be interesting to see what he looks like, I guess, in this. I guess I am kind of interested in that. So honestly, I would prefer he take off the mask. But if that was the case, honestly, and I'll be okay if it's not, if this doesn't happen, but I'd want him to look alien. Like, I wouldn't want him to just look like Pedro Pascal, like another like humanish character. I'd want him to be kind of like an alien. Even though the Mandalorians, to get in some Star Wars history, I'm not, like, I've watched Clone Wars, I've watched all the movies, but I haven't, like, I've read some Vader comics. I've read the Charles Soule Vader comics, which were good. They were fun. But I'm not, like, I'm not super Star Wars fan. Like, I haven't read all the extended universe, well, not extended universe, but the non-canon stuff. I haven't read a lot of even the canon books. I haven't read a lot of the comic books. Like I just said, I just read the Darth Vader books. I haven't seen the Destiny. I haven't seen the Resistance TV show. I haven't seen Rebels. So there's a lot of Star Wars that I haven't seen. But in the Clone Wars, the Mandalorians were well, first of all, if that armor looks familiar to you, obviously, Boba Fett, Jango Fett. But that wasn't their armor specifically. They stole that armor from the Mandalorians. That's Mandalorian type armor, which originally were, I can't remember if Mandalorians were the name of the species or that was just the name of the elite fighting group, but the species of which the Mandalorians are lived on this world that was incredibly peaceful until the Clone Wars. And then the Clone Wars happened, and this elite fighting group started to, there were divisions within the politics, and there were some members that wanted to be more peaceful, remain peaceful, and there were others that wanted to become more aggressive in their defense and proactive defense of their world. And that's where the Mandalorians come in. There was a Mandalorian with a black lightsaber, so I mean, hopefully Pedro Pascal will be able to get a lightsaber at one point. Maybe that black lightsaber, that would be cool. But so that's kind of some background on the Mandalorians as a species. But he's probably a Mandalorian, since it's called Mandalorian. What I was just about to think was, maybe he's not even a Mandalorian. Maybe he just stole the armor, just like Jango Fett and Boba Fett. But that would be ridiculous that they would call this the Mandalorian. But it looked that droid shooting looked cool. Like I said, it looks like a Western, which is cool. Westerns aren't my favorite, but I do like a good Western. Like, I love 3:10 to Yuma, the James Mangold remake with Christian Bale and Russell Crowe. No Country for Old Men, which I would consider a Western. I liked Outlaw Josie Wales, obviously, going back. Unforgiven's on my list. I do really want to see that movie, but I haven't seen it yet. And that's all the Westerns I can think of right now. But I'm partial, but I'm not like heavy into Westerns. I'm cool with them. Like, if you turn them on, I'm not going to tell you to turn them off. But it doesn't. I wanted to be a cowboy for a long time too. Before I learned about what my existence in that time period would be a little bit different than a lot of the Caucasian cowboys you see in the movies and whatnot. Of course, Morgan Freeman was a black cowboy back in Unforgiven, but I've had that movie kind of spoiled for me. So, in spoiler alert, Morgan Freeman dies in that movie. So, I would probably die. Of course, he was an old man, and we all die. But regardless, I'm getting off on a Western tangent, which I honestly don't know a lot about. This was an interesting trailer. It's not enough to make me want to, like, I still don't know if I'm going to get the Disney Plus service. I don't know yet. I don't know if it seems, there are a lot of cool, but like, that's the thing. It's the Marvel shows that are getting me. Honestly, I'm really excited for the new season of Clone Wars. So, I would love to see that. That might, but I'm still not sold on the Disney Plus streaming service. I don't know. But then when you throw in like the ESPN and Hulu, like that, it does sweeten the deal a little bit. But, this trailer, let's just say this trailer alone did not make me want to, rush out and watch buy or pay for the Disney Plus streaming service. This trailer, it was cool, but I don't even know what this show is about. I guess he's a bounty hunter, but I guess that's the vehicle of which they're using to tell their story. This guy's a bounty hunter, so he's going to be going to a whole bunch of different planets, meeting a whole bunch of different people. Hopefully he'll meet some Jedis. Maybe he might head over to Tatooine, check out. I guess this is after Return of the Jedi though. So I guess what's happening now? I mean, Luke is probably starting his Jedi Academy. Leia is, on the political side trying to rebuild the not the Rebel Alliance. What's it called? I don't know, the United Nations of the planets. After the fall of the Empire. He might. Well, no, he's not. I don't know. He might run into Han Solo, not as in Han Solo Harrison Ford, but as in Han Solo. I think it's Aaron Eckhart. I think so, from the Solo movie, which I wasn't super fan of, but I didn't hate it. Some people hate that movie. I didn't hate that movie. I'm okay with it. Again, that movie, if you want to watch that movie, I'm not going to tell you to turn it off. Maybe Darth Maul might be in this. That would be cool. Of course, I'm talking about cameos, and because that's all I can really talk about. Because I still really don't know what this movie. It's essentially a movie. But I've heard they're going to release this weekly, which I prefer that. Binging's super fun, but I don't like that with all. Like, I like some TV shows to hold it back. Like, it's okay if 7 out of the 10 TV shows I watch, I can binge. But I'd like a couple that I can come back to once a week, every week. That way, I have something to watch. I don't spoil myself and then I run out of things to watch. So that's just kind of my thoughts on streaming binging versus weekly episodic storytelling. But this trailer, more than lukewarm, because it looked cool. The special effects looked cool. Like, I'm repeating myself now, but the cast looked awesome. But it didn't push me over. Like, when I saw the Rise of Skywalker trailer, that trailer was awesome. It was really cool. I could say that easily, but this trailer I can't say that with. Because I didn't get a lot of Pedro Pascal, who's definitely my favorite actor that's coming to this. I didn't know Carl Weathers was going to be in this, and that's awesome. But Pedro Pascal is why I'm going to watch this. So I hope they give him a platform to shine on, I guess is really I guess what I'm missing from this trailer, and I hope that they deliver in the actual TV series. I don't know. It's August now, so we've got September, October, and then first week or two in November. Hopefully they'll release another trailer. That's what I would want, because I don't even know. Like, they didn't pique my interest any more than what I've already heard about this. Now, and I didn't watch this trailer before. I didn't watch the leak footage, and I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been really disappointed, especially because I wouldn't have been able to really not accept, but really appreciate the graphics and special effects and practical effects that they're using in this. So I'm glad I waited. But it didn't. Just from, the log line of this is a Mandalorian bounty hunter, like, that got me, like, that piqued my interest, but then this trailer didn't pique my interest anymore. But let me know what you thought, please, in the comments below. Check out the Instagram page at LGW/Nate, Twitter, or no, that's Twitter. Twitter is LGW/Nate, Instagram Looking Good W Nate, Facebook Looking Good W/Nate. Check out my original IP, my original stories audio series on Spotify and Stitcher, SoundCloud. Some of them are on there. They're not all on there. And yeah, let me know what you thought. Share this video, and yeah, please just really let me know what you thought. This trailer reaction, or not this trailer, but this trailer. It just I'm really interested in other people's opinions on it, because it didn't push me over the edge, but maybe with some good dialogue, some good conversation about it, it might get me more excited. But because maybe you know more than I know, maybe then maybe you know something that will get me excited about it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.